Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namami buddham gunasagarantam santa sada hontu sukhi avera khayo jinguncho sakalo dugando gachanti sabbe maranang ahanca. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Yo dhammang passati so mang passati. Yo mang passati so dhammang passati. Homage to the exalted one, the worthy one, the perfectly enlightened one. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear friends in Dhamma, today we are going to explain one of the main topics in Buddhism, saddha or confidence. I think saddha. In Pali, saddha. Saddha means confidence or faith, belief in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. This is a very essential quality or doctrine that we should practice on the path of liberation. Saddha. The accomplishment of confidence in the triple gem. Saddha Sampada. It is an accomplishment, success in our life. We should develop it day by day. How do we develop saddha or confidence in the triple gem? What are the triple gems? What are the triple gems?
What is the triple gem?
Yes. What are the triple gems? Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Buddha means Buddha's enlightenment. Not only physical body, Buddha's enlightenment. His understanding, wisdom. Dhamma means Buddha's teachings. Buddha's teachings. Sangha means Buddha's noble disciples who attain enlightenment already and who are attaining enlightenment and who are in some kind of spiritual levels. According to Buddhism, these are gems. Why do we say they are gems? If you have gems, how are you?
Rich.
You are rich. You are happy. And but that happiness is very impermanent. Anytime it can be changed. Even though you are happy with your gems, if a person steals those gems, then suddenly you are unhappy. You get upset. But these gems are explained as invaluable gems. What is the reason? If we have confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, nobody can change our happiness, our inner peace, our balanced mind. Then there is a very special saying done by Mahatma Gandhi. He says that nobody can hurt you without your permission. Nobody can hurt you without your permission. What is your permission that somebody can hurt you? unmindfulness. Your unmindfulness, your unattention, use others to hurt you. If you are mindful, if you live in the present moment completely, reflecting on impermanence, at the moment, nobody can hurt your mind. Someone can hurt your physical body, but no one can hurt your mind. That is very important. It should be remembered, that is very important. Nobody can hurt you without your permission. That is very interesting. However, if we have confidence, if we are confident in these triple gems, actually at the moment our mind is so strong, our mind is pure and mindful. That's why Buddhism says these three things as invaluable gems in our life. Nobody can steal. Nobody can hurt this spiritual development. First of all, we should understand how we develop our confidence in these three gems. Buddha says very clearly, Yo dhammam passati, so mam passati. Yo mam passati, so dhammam passati. He who sees the Dhamma sees me. He who sees me sees the Dhamma. The understanding Dhamma and understanding Buddha are interrelated. The more we know the Dhamma, the more we are confident in the Buddha. The more we are confident in the Dhamma, the more we are confident in Sangha. Among the triple gems, Buddha is the first one. Buddha means, especially Buddha's enlightenment, his understanding. Saddha means Saddhati Tathagatasta Bodhim. Saddha means understanding or confidence in Buddha's enlightenment. Sometimes, some people didn't see Buddha, but through listening to Buddha's message, they were confident in Buddha. It doesn't need to see the physical body of the Buddha. If we can see the Dhamma, it means at the moment Buddha is alive in our life, in our mind. And here it is very important to understand Buddha's qualities. Buddha is the person who developed his mind to the maximum level with compassion and wisdom. Buddha developed his mind to the maximum level with compassion and wisdom. All qualities of the Buddha can be divided into 9. That is why we say, Itipiso Bhagava Arahant. Such indeed is the exalted one, worthy. Arahant, worthy. Samma Sambuddho, supremely enlightened. Vijjacharana Sampanno, endowed with knowledge and conduct. Sugato, well gone. Lokavidu, knower of the world. Anuttaro Purisadhamma Sarati, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed. Sattha Deva Manussanam, supreme teacher of gods and men. Buddho, enlightened. Bhagava, exalted. These are the qualities of the Buddha. If we have a confidence in these qualities, We are ready to listen to what Buddha taught. And also, contemplating on Buddha's qualities is one of the techniques that we can practice concentration meditation. You know, there are 40 meditation techniques in Samatha meditations in Buddhism. Among them, contemplating on Buddha's qualities is one of the techniques that we can practice to develop our concentration. If we always think Buddha's qualities, such indeed is the exalted one, worthy, supreme enlightened, endowed with knowledge and conduct, well gone, knower of the world, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed, supreme teacher of gods and men, enlightened, exalted. When we think again and again Buddha's noble qualities, our mind automatically goes to concentration. At the moment, our mind has no evil thoughts. At the moment, negative thoughts can disturb our peace of mind. Whenever we contemplate on Buddha's qualities, at the moment, our mind is very pure and calm. Our mind has no anger, no greed, no delusion, whenever we practice Buddha's qualities. That is very important. Thinking Buddha's qualities is one of the techniques that we can practice to concentrate our mind.
Are these qualities for this Buddha of our time, Gautama, or was for all of the Buddha now eons?
Yes, very good question. Those are the same qualities who were in this world, who will be appear in the world. That is same for all Buddhas. And not only that, the message also same. Even though incidents, persons are different, the main message is same. You know, always we discuss Sabba Papa Sakaranang, Kusala Supa Sambada, Sachit Paryodapanang, Etang Buddhana Sasanang. This is the message of all Buddhas who appeared in the world, who will appear in the world. Yes. Their ages, their disciples, the incidents, those are different. But the main message and qualities of the Buddha, qualities of the Dhamma, qualities of the Sangha are same. Yes, that is very important to think or search the qualities of the Buddha. Actually, not only think in Buddha's qualities, but when you are listening to Dhamma, at the moment, your mind is so pure and calm, you are like in the heaven. No negative thoughts in your mind at the moment. How nice. We are like in the heaven when you look at around. Nobody can hurt your mind. You are free from suffering. You have liberation at the moment. That is why Buddha says, listening to Dhamma is one of the places, one of the entrances that we enter the liberation, vimuttayatana. Whenever you are listening to Dhamma, if you listen in the real message of the Buddha, at the moment, your mind is liberated. You have liberation. What is the liberation? What is the freedom that Buddha says? Liberation from negative thoughts, anger, greed and delusion. The first thing is reflecting on qualities of the Buddha if we go on the path of liberation. And the second one is reflecting on the qualities of the Dhamma. That is also very important. Every day, when we respect Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, we usually say the qualities of the Dhamma. Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo. Dhamma is well expounded by the Supreme Buddha. Sanditiko, directly visible. Akaliko, immediately effective. Ehipassiko, inviting one and each to come and see, not come and believe. Opanaiko, leading onwards. Pacchatang veditabbo vinyo, to be personally realized by the wise. These are the qualities of the Dhamma, especially visible results, immediately effective. Whenever you practice Dhamma, at the moment you can see the results. At the moment you have no suffering. You have overcome suffering. Even though you have a lot of problems in your mind, whenever you reflect on Dhamma, at the moment you have no problem. At the moment, nobody can hurt you. This is very important. What is the Dhamma that Buddha says? Buddha explained the worldly reality. Buddha explained the reality as it is. Buddha says very clearly, whether a Buddha appears or not in the world, this reality is forever. Buddha explained a comment in the reality in the world. He didn't create anything. Actually, there are two things in the world. One of them is creations. The other one is discoveries. Water, salt, oil. Those are the things which are discoveries. We can create water. We can create oil. And there are something which are creations, like this hole. They are creations. Buddha's message is like a discovery. That is our research. Everything is research, not search. Why is that? Research. Again. Earlier Buddhas have discovered this reality. And the present Buddha again searched by himself this message by himself. That is why it is a research. It is an experiment. But in this time, this period, the only person who realized this message first, the Gautama Buddha. That is why we respect him. First, he realized this message by himself without any support of a person. And he explained this message to the world kindly. That is why we respect the Buddha. The Buddha's message in short, we can include in a stanza. Always we say it. You can remember? Sabba papa sakaranam kusalassa upasampada sacitta paryodapanam etang buddhana sasanam. Sabba papa sakaranam, not to do any evil. Kusala sukha sammada, doing good. Sacitta paryodapanam, purifying one's mind. Etang buddhana sasanam. This is the message of the all Buddhas who appeared in the world, who will appear in the world. The same message. There are three things. Not to do any evil, do good deeds, wholesome deeds, and purifying one's mind. These are the three messages that Buddha explained. Finally, he explained the way how to overcome suffering. One day Buddha says, in the past and the present, I explain only two things to the world. What they are? Suffering and the cessation of suffering. When you are unmindful, at the moment you are suffering. Why is that reason? Because you live in the past experience. You are crying with that incident. When you think some incident without mindfulness, you live in the past experience. You are ignorant. You don't know that I am reading my mind. You think that that incident is still happening, really. That is why automatically tears come down, fall down. We are ignorant. Whenever we are in mindfulness, at the moment we can think, we can remember anything which happened in the past without tears, without suffering. Buddha always encouraged us to live in mindfulness. Buddha always wanted us to be away from suffering. Whenever we are away from mindfulness, it means we are in the place, we are in the field of the Mara or devil. Whenever we are in mindfulness, at the moment, we are in the field of the Buddha. We are away from suffering. Our real success, our spiritual progress completely depends on how far we are in mindfulness. That is why Buddha says, Ekayano ayam bhikkhave maggo sattana visuddhya. This is the only one thing for the liberation of people. That is mindfulness. Sattana visuddhya, the purification of beings. Soka paridhavana samatikamaya. This is the only way to overcome sufferings. Practicing mindfulness. This is the only way to attain enlightenment. Nibbana sachikiriyaya. This is the only one way. What is that? Practicing mindfulness. Here,
I understand that mindfulness, not to suffer is understanding. Do you mean it's the same like mindfulness?
Whenever we are in mindfulness, suffering has no chance to come to our life. Whenever you reflect on impermanence, at the moment you don't find a person or thing outside. You look at only your inside. At the moment you have no suffering. You don't need to think on which may no harm come to me, may no problems come to me. You don't need to think it. For example, when this hall is dark, we can't remove darkness. We can do only thing to put on the switch. When we put on the switch, automatically darkness goes away. Like that. When we live in mindfulness, we don't need to think that may suffering not come to me. We don't think it.
But you're understanding that the light works with the switch. That's what I'm saying. It's something that connects you with the suffering. If I see somebody and I'm suffering myself because that somebody is crying and is having a problem, when I understand that person, why? Then I don't have to suffer, because the reasons why I understand what makes the suffering. So your understanding to me is a way not to suffer when you understand things. But mindfulness to me is like I'm going to concentrate on my thinking for hours, and I focus my mind full on something. But that has nothing to do with suffering. To me, I think I don't know if I'm confusing mindfulness with...
Actually, we will explain the two things in truth. One of them is conventional truth and ultimate truth.
Okay.
When we go to understand Buddhism, we should understand two truths.
Yeah.
That is very, very important. Conventional truth and ultimate truth. Later we will discuss. Okay? And Dhamma means, Buddha explained two things. That heavenly path and the path of deliverance. Saggamagga and Mokkhamagga. Buddha explained two things in his teachings, Dhamma. First, we explained the qualities of the Dhamma. Now, we are going to understand what Dhamma is. Buddha explained his message in two levels. One of them is Sammuti Satya or conventional truth. What is the conventional truth? It means there is something outside. When I help others, others are happy. When I clean here, I can see beauty. When I grow some flowers or something, we can see beauty in the outside. Not only that, we go from birth to birth according to this conventional truth. Why is that? When you think something that you have done as good things, as merit, you always practice generosity. You always help others. When you think those good activities, wholesome things, if you think that there is something outside, there are some persons outside, even though your mind is pure from greed, but still you are not away from delusion or ignorance. Why is that? We think that there is something outside. When those things change, automatically we get upset. When you paint something, your mind is concentrated with what you draw. But when someone disturbs you, suddenly you get upset. What is the reason? You think that there is something outside. Your mind completely depends on outside. But your mind is pure. You are drawing a very pure thing. Your mind is pure. You are drawing some doctrines or some incident in a discourse. But if you think there is something outside, it means you are still in ignorance. It means you are ready to have suffering. But, yes, it is a very deep concept in Buddhism. That is the thing always we discuss again and again. We have received these facilities as the result of good deeds that we have done in our previous lives according to conventional truth. We have received all these facilities as the result of previous actions that we have done in this level. Buddhism doesn't say that it is bad. In the primary level, we have to fulfill these actions, activities, merits. That is only the first level. It is like if you want to go to another country by a plane. First, you should go to airport. Without going to airport, you can't get your flight. Practicing some good deeds in the conventional truth is like that. Without practicing good deeds in the conventional level, in the conventional truth, it is very difficult to reach the second level. That is why we take care of our parents, we take care of our children, we respect elders, we do our duties in the workplace very well, we work together friendly. Those are the things like we do to go to the airport. But that is not the final solution, final goal. Going to the airport is not your final goal. It is only a primary goal. You have another step, getting your boarding pass and entering the flight. Like that. Having these facilities fulfilling in the conventional truth, then we have to go to the deeper level, ultimate truth. Conventional truth and ultimate truth. What is the ultimate truth?
It's absolute truth.
Yes, absolute truth and final truth, it means whatever we experience, that experience arises at the moment. According to conventional truth, before we experience something, there was something in the world. After the experience ceases, the other things remain. According to conventional truth. But when we go to the ultimate truth, before we experience, there is nothing. After we experience, it doesn't remain. But it is very important to know there is a very special thing. The previous thought influenced the present thought. The present thought influences the future thought. But previous thought didn't come to the present. The present thought will not go to future. Always, our past experience influences the present situation, but present situation influences next situation. According to ultimate truth, we create the world. We have no ready-made things in the world. According to conventional truth, we can find a lot of ready-made things. Ready-made clothes, ready-made food, we can find in conventional truth. But in ultimate truth, be sure, we have no ready-made things. When we look at something at the moment, we create the experience according to our present mental condition, according to our present ignorance, karmic force. There are a lot of things. According to those conditions, we create at the moment. Now, when you look at me, you are happy. If I blame you, after that, when you look at me, then you see me in another way. Yes?
However, because of our ignorance, we come to the Dhamma through the conventional truth, because we don't know the ultimate truth, right? We're ignorant, we don't know the ultimate truth. We go to Dhamma through the conventional truth.
Yes. This is the first step that we should reach. And through conventional truth, we enter the ultimate truth. For example, lotus flowers. Lotus flowers arise from the mud, but it doesn't touch mud. We are also like that. The mud is like the conventional truth. We have to live in the ordinary level society. But mentally, always we reach upper level, like a lotus flower.
But one monk in some Valley explained the conventional truth is convenience for us. It's what you say, go to the airport, you do it, that's convenient to get somewhere. And the absolute truth is a tree, for example. So that's why I don't know, it's a way of explaining differently. So, absolute truth, I mean, it's a tree. We cannot do a tree. We cannot create a seed. We cannot create the grass, the water. Everything are there. This is ultimate truth, I think.
Actually, I don't know how he got this example for this incident, but according to Buddhism, according to my understanding, if we get some examples in the ordinary level, actually those are related to conventional truth. It is very difficult to get some examples for the ultimate truth. We experience like that when I do this sound. Before you experience this sound, it was not here. After you experience this sound, it doesn't remain. Our all experience also like that. But our ignorance doesn't believe it. Our ignorance always invites us to go to past. That is why we always live in the past experience. It doesn't mean that Buddha has explained to forget something. Buddha never says it. Buddha says, forgetting is a mistake, but forgiveness is a quality. We have nothing a person to forgive if we have this ultimate truth understanding. But in this level, we have to do some meritorious deeds. Those meritorious deeds help us to reach the ultimate truth. Some people are so cunning. When they understand ultimate truth, they neglect conventional truth, meritorious deeds. They are not honest. Actually, they can't reach the ultimate truth because they wish to go to another country without going to airport. And after this experience about the ultimate truth, actually we do other meritorious deeds in conventional truth too.
So conventional truth, you consider the route to reach ultimate truth?
Yes, those are very useful to reach ultimate truth. That is why Buddha says, don't neglect doing meritorious deeds. Māva maññeta pāpassa, māva maññeta puññassa namantaṃ āgamisati. Never neglect that merits don't help you. Actually, those merits are very useful to our spiritual journey.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That is very important.
It's a vehicle that takes you to a different level.
Yes. This is the truth. In this level, it is very important to karmic law. Karmic law. Law. Karmic law.
Oh, yeah.
It means whatever we do with intention, we will have the same results according to our mental conditions. Not according to what we do. You know, sometimes the doctor gets some instrument or knife, he can cut the body of a person. Another person also can do the same thing, but their intentions are different. Buddhism always emphasizes the intention, attitude, what we do. If our mind is polluted with negative thoughts, whatever we do, physically or verbally, results hurt us because our mind is polluted. If someone does or speaks something with impure mind, suffering follows him because his attitude is not good. On the other side, Buddha says, if someone does something with pure mind, physically or verbally, happiness follows him like his own shadow. In this situation, Buddha says, whatever we do something according to our intention, results will follow us. That is the nature of the karmic law. If we have this understanding, we always try to go away from evil thoughts. We always reduce negative thoughts. Sabba papa sakaranam. That is the first advice of the Buddha, not to do any evil. Why don't we do evils? The reason is results follow us. And the second one, kusala upasambada. If we have this understanding, we always try to do good deeds. The reason is results follow us. Results help us for a blissful life. Sometimes people think that the results will come next birth. But a lot of results as our activities come to this life. That is why Buddha says, Sandittiko akaliko. Visible results immediately affect you. What we do in this life, the results will come to our life in this same life. That is why we should away from evil thoughts, and that is why we should practice meritorious deeds as much as we can. According to this understanding, we try to practice 3 meritorious deeds: generosity, virtue, and meditation. Charity or generosity is more important. And Buddha says virtue is more important than generosity. And meditation is the most important thing in our spiritual life, in the conventional truth. Here it is very important. The highest merit in the conventional truth is practicing loving kindness. Practicing loving kindness is the highest merit in the conventional truth. And it is not a merit, but it is a help to enter the spiritual path. When we concentrate our mind with loving kindness, then it is very useful to reflect on impermanence. Without concentration, it is difficult to practice. It is very difficult to reflect on impermanence. Without virtue, without discipline in our speech and behavior, it is very difficult to concentrate our mind. Without practicing generosity, without taking care of our parents, children, our elders, it is very difficult to practice morality or virtue. Dana, Sila and Bhavana, 3 of them are interrelated.
Some people I see, like for example, a homeless, on TV you see them. It's very hard for them to get out of that situation. They're trapped. And it's very hard, it's like a circle, right? Like you wanted to get better, you want to change. They don't get that opportunity sometimes. Because
yes, they are adapted that situation, that lifestyle. They like that lifestyle.
But
sometimes
they really try. They really wanted to help someone instead of doing for yourself, because they're in a big hole, right? They're hungry, they're cold, and sometimes still want to help.
Actually, I think that is one of the mental problems. We can't help them sometimes. That is one of their mental illnesses. Yes, the first thing is our security. We should make a refuge in our life. Then we can help others. Without going away from suffering in our life, how we help others? We always give the priority to our life and taking care of my mind, then with a strong mind, then we can help them. That is very important. Okay? Let's discuss other things. The foundation of ultimate truth is the dependent origination. This is very important.
Did they change the dependent correlation?
Yes, there are several names. Causality, cause and effect, dependent origination, dependent co-origination. There are a lot of words, same words. In Pali also, same. Arya Nyaya, Hetu Pacca Dhamma, and Ida Pacchata. There are several names in Pali discourses. The foundation of ultimate truth is the dependent co-origination. The foundation of conventional truth is the karmic law. What is the ultimate truth? Understanding ultimate truth depends on understanding impermanence. We always discuss what impermanence is in Buddhism. Impermanence and changing are different. Changing can be realized by anyone. It is not difficult. Going to old age, going to sicknesses, going to die. That's the thing that anyone can understand. But impermanence is different. What Buddha taught. Impermanence means when conditions are together, we have some experience. When lights are here, when there are some forms, when our eyes open, then we can see something outside. Even though there are a lot of conditions outside, if we have no attention, we can see something. For example, I think you didn't have attention about this plant until I show you. Now you can look at it. Even though you look at it, you have no attention, then you didn't see it. Like that. Our attention focuses a particular thing at once. And that is the nature of our experience. All conditions should be together at the moment. On the other side, we get only one experience through one sense at once. When we get experience through our eyes, then other senses are closed. But these senses are very fast. Therefore, we think that 6 senses work together. That is our ignorance. Because our mind is very fast and our senses work very fast, we think that all of them work together, but at once only one sense works at the moment. And however, if we can understand this reality in the first level, and also if we can think it again and again, and if we can reflect on it again and again by practicing meditation, then we can be familiar with this understanding. If we want to be permanent in this understanding, we have to think it again and again. We have to practice it again and again in our lifetime. We discuss here Dhamma. Reflecting Dhamma also is a meditation technique. It says in Buddhism, Dhamma Anupassana. And the third one, Sangha. Sangha means Buddha's disciples. Sangha means Buddha's disciples. Who are the disciples? we can explain 3 levels of disciples. One of them is who are already attained enlightenment. The second one is who have attained some kind of enlightenment stages. And also the other one is who are practicing doctrines to achieve some kind of spiritual development. There are 3 level disciples we can see. And thinking of their qualities is also one of the meditation techniques that Buddha says to concentrate our mind. Sanghanupassana, Sanghanusati. And if we have confidence in Dhamma, we think the teacher who taught this message, then our respect automatically goes to the Buddha. When we meet a Sangha, when we meet a disciple of a Buddha, we think this person's senses are very pleasant, his behavior is so calm. What is your teachings that you practice? What are the doctrines that you practice? We ask. Then we have a confidence in the Dhamma. In this situation, these 3 things are interrelated. Sometimes some people met disciples first time. Then they asked Dhamma, what you practice? Finally they went to Buddha. Sometimes some people met Buddha first. They asked, what is Dhamma? Then they asked, who are the disciples who practice this message? They went to disciples. In this situation, these 3 things are interrelated. If we have this confidence, the center is Dhamma. Dhamma is the center. Even though we live in the same place with the Buddha, if we don't know the Dhamma, actually we can't recognize the Buddha. We can't recognize the Sangha. In this situation, understanding Dhamma is very important. And if we have Saddha, Buddha says, Saddha leads to other qualities. If we have Saddha or confidence or devotion in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, we have courage to practice this message. The reason is we know the results. We want to achieve the results very soon. We want to overcome suffering very soon. We give the priority to practice Dhamma. Energy arises when we have confidence or Saddha. Then we meet the Dhamma, what we should practice, mindfulness. We practice mindfulness and mindful meditation. Not only living in the present moment, but we reflect on impermanence. Mindfulness and mindful meditation, both of them are together. A lot of people in the current society, they explain mindfulness. Sometimes they may think that they explain Buddhism, but unfortunately, they don't know mindful meditation. That is why they say us, forget your past, forget your future, live in the present moment. Actually, that is not Buddhism. Buddhism is memory should be increased gradually when we practice mindfulness. And living in the present moment with awareness of our body and mind and reflecting on impermanence which happens to our mind and body at the moment. That's the purpose of Buddhist doctrines. Saddha. When we have Saddha, we have energy, we have mindfulness, and we have concentration or Samadhi. Gradually, our mind goes to concentration. Then little by little, we train our mind to concentrate. Because we know very well the real happiness is in concentration. We try to increase the duration of our concentration meditation. Not only that, but panya and with concentrated mind, we reflect on impermanence again and again. My eye is impermanent, forms are impermanent, nose is impermanent, smell is impermanent, ear is impermanent, sounds are impermanent, my tongue is impermanent, my taste is impermanent, body is impermanent, feelings are impermanent, mind is impermanent, mental formations are impermanent. Again and again we think this reality. Then those 5 spiritual faculties gradually increase. Saddha, Virya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya. Saddha means confidence in the triple gem, and Virya, energy, doing good deeds and not to do evils. Sati, mindfulness. Samadhi, concentration. Panya, wisdom. These 5 things are our real friends. This is the place where we can show our success, our progress in our spiritual life. When a Buddha meets a person, suddenly Buddha look at that person's these 5 spiritual faculties. How far he or she has practiced these qualities in his previous lives. And here there is a very special sutta, Giri Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya. There Buddha says, when a person is confident in the Dhamma, he goes to a teacher, he listening to Dhamma, he reflect on Dhamma, he practice Dhamma, and finally he attain enlightenment. Saddha.
Where did you read the Majjhima? Here? What page?
Here, I think comes in the middle of the discourse, page number 3, middle. Further, the Buddha explained in Kitagiri Sutta the importance of the confidence as a part of the gradual path, page number 3. And Saddha is the seed, Saddha Bijam. And Saddha is the wealth, Saddha Dhanam. Saddha is the accomplishment, Saddha Sampada. Saddha is the purifier. Saddha purifies our mind. Whenever we are confident in the triple gem, actually we are like in the heaven. Our mind has no space for enemies, namely greed, anger and delusion at the moment. Day by day, if we can improve our confidence or saddha, actually that is very important when we go on the path of liberation. And here we discussed the importance of saddha or confidence, the center of all qualities of saddha, the Dhamma, understanding the Dhamma, and confidence in the Dhamma. What's the confidence? The confidence is that visible results immediately affect you. If we have this understanding among a busy life, we give the priority to practice this Dhamma, and we give the priority to listening to Dhamma. That is why you always come here. Actually, we have inner courage, internal courage, when we see this Dhamma. Not only listening Dhamma, but we practice it in our day-to-day life. Practicing Dhamma is like our breathing. Some people may say that I have no time to practice Dhamma. If they don't have to practice Dhamma, they should have no time to breathe. If we have time to breathe, it means we have time to practice Dhamma. This should be our duty in our life. And we discussed today the very important topic in Buddhism, saddha or confidence. When we have saddha, we have courage to go forward in this path, and our energy, mindfulness, concentration, wisdom gradually increase. This is our real success in our spiritual life. Thank you so much for your participation.
Do you have any book to recommend me that
I think the important thing is reading this article again and again.
Okay.
Everything has been summarized here.
Because
there are some doctrines there too.
This?
Yes.
Yeah.
All main doctrines in Buddhism can be seen in this same book.
Because they have, I just wanted to tell them, on the computer, on YouTube, you look for audio book. And you can do things around your house, but then you're listening the book.
Yes.
Really
You can listen in, you can read anything that you are interested, you can do. Okay.
But it was amazing. And it takes about 6 hours. But I only have 2 hours to listen.
Okay, now we are going to end our weekly Dhamma discussion. By the power of all these spiritual energy that we acquired at the moment, may our departed relatives also rejoice with these meds, and may they also enhance their spiritual energy. Finally, may they also attain final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's transfer these merits to our departed relatives with reciting the Gatha. Idam me ñāti nam hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti nam hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti nam hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. By the power of all these merits, may guardian deities and angels also receive these merits, and may they rejoice with this spiritual energy. May they also attain final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's transfer these merits to guardian deities and angels too. Ākāsattā ca bhummattā devā nāgā mahiddhikā puññantaṃ anumoditvā chiraṃ rakkhantu sāsanam. Ākāsattā ca bhummattā devā nāgā mahiddhikā puññantaṃ anumoditvā chiraṃ rakkhantu desanam. Ākāsattā ca bhummattā devā nāgā mahiddhikā puññantaṃ anumoditvā chiraṃ rakkhantu tvaṃ sadā. By the power of all these meritorious deeds, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May your all righteous wishes meet with success. Finally, may all of us attain final bliss of liberation, Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dukkham pantā ca niddukkha, bhayam pantā ca nidbhaya, sokam pantā ca nissokā, hontu sambe pipānino. Dukin pelena sat, dukin midetvā, bien pelena sat, bien neti vetvā. Sovin tevena sat, somnas vetvā, nitin mehama sat, suepat vetvā. May the triple gem bless you.